Athena, gods that Kratos has killed in God of War. And who are they? After becoming the god of war, Athena often offered Kratos advice that he would willingly ignore almost every time. She often pleads with the warrior to not be so brutal when dealing with members of her family. This reaches a climax when Kratos attempts to kill Zeus, with Athena stepping in and taking the hit meant for Zeus. In mythology, Athena is one of the daughters of Zeus and the goddess of war. She's also known for domestic blessings as well, with her being the opposite of Artemis, the goddess of the outdoors. She's considered to be morally and combatively superior to Ares, the god of war, before Kratos. Athena was the Olympian goddess of wisdom and war, and serves as the overall deuteragonist-turned-final antagonist of the Greek era of God of War series, who mostly appeared as an ally of Kratos. She was seen as a neutral character in God of War 2, and her place as the deuteragonist was taken by Orcos in God of War, Ascension, by Gaia in God of War 2, and by Atreus in God of War, 2018. In the middle stages of God of War 3, after Gaia betrayed Kratos, Athena took her place back as the deuteragonist, aiding Kratos in ways she was able to, but she ultimately becomes the final antagonist of the game, manipulating Kratos to grant her the power of hope. She had a cameo appearance as an illusion in God of War, 2018, where she goads Kratos about his past. Greek mythology. Athena, also pronounced Athene, also referred to as Pallas Athena, pi alpha lambda alpha theta nu, pronounced /pls/, was the goddess of civilization, wisdom, war, strategy, craft, justice, and skill in Greek mythology. Minerva, Athena's Roman incarnation, embodied similar attributes. Athena was also a shrewd companion of heroes and the goddess of heroic endeavor. She was the virgin patron of Athens. The Athenians built the Parthenon on the Acropolis of her namesake city, Athens, in her honor, Athena Parthenos. Biography. Hunting the marked warrior. Zeus, driven by fear after hearing the oracle's prophecy that Olympian rule would end at the hands of a marked warrior, sent Ares and Athena to capture the one destined to overthrow Zeus. Noticing the strange birthmarks on Deimos, they invaded Sparta and captured the boy. His older brother, Kratos, tried to stop them but was easily swatted aside by the god of war. Before Ares could kill Kratos, Athena intervened and told him they already had what they came for. Before she left, she gave one last look to the young Kratos and asked for forgiveness. That set in motion the prophecy, as they unknowingly picked the wrong Spartan youth. It was Kratos who would destroy Olympus, not Deimos. Zeus' betrayal. Unfortunately, Kratos was a far more ruthless god of war than Ares ever was. Shunned by his fellow gods, and angry toward them for not ridding him of his nightmares, and the suffering his mother and brother went through, he turned to his Spartan army. Together, they began to conquer all of Greece. Athena warned Kratos that if he did not stop his path of destruction, the wrath of Olympus would grow ever stronger and that she would not be able to protect him. Kratos disbelieved Athena, turned his back on her, and went to the island of Rhodes where his Spartan army had lain siege. Athena was left with no other choice but to help rid Olympus of Kratos. As a colossal god, Kratos tore apart the city of Rhodes until an eagle flew over him, drained much of his godly power, and shrunk him down to mortal size. At first, Kratos believed that it was Athena's act of defiance against him, until it was actually revealed to be the king of the gods himself, Zeus. Speaking to Kratos. During Kratos' journey through the island of creation, he came upon the garden of the gods, where a golden statue of Athena warned him not to listen to Gaia or the Titans. This warning would later prove to be justified during the events of God of War 3. She soon explained to Kratos that there were more important things besides seeking revenge and that Zeus did what he had to in order to protect Olympus. The king of the gods did in fact fear Kratos. However, Kratos ignored the warning, and if the player chooses, destroys the statue and continued on his quest to the Sisters of Fate, and soon defeated them. Death. The warnings of Athena did not move Kratos, and he continued his path of vengeance until he faced Zeus once again. Taking the blade of Olympus, Kratos stabbed Zeus with it repeatedly until Athena intervened. Angered by her interference, Kratos pushed her aside and struck at the fleeing Zeus. Athena threw herself in front of Zeus before he could be stabbed, and fell by Kratos' hand. Saddened by what he had done, Kratos asked Athena why she would sacrifice herself. Athena replied that Zeus must live so that Olympus could prevail. She also revealed that Kratos was the child of Zeus, who was compelled to destroy his father just as Zeus had done to Kronos. Athena's revelation confirmed that Kratos was her brother and he was a demigod. Sickened by that very fact and more vengeful than ever, Kratos claimed that he had no father and left Athena to die in a spectacular burst of green light. Kratos then proclaimed that if all the gods deny him his vengeance, then they will all deserve death. Beyond the Greek realm, Athena appears silently before Kratos as he travels home to retrieve the blades of chaos. Kratos, still holding a grudge against her, demands that she gets out of his head, and she vanishes. Later, she reappears in the doorway of his house while he dons the blades. She mocks Kratos for trying to change and declares that he is and will always be a monster. Kratos agrees, but counters that he is no longer her monster. He then walks through Athena's image while she disappears.